healing within the human race in general that needs to happen, and it needs to happen on large amounts. And what better way than having those large ceremonies, which are music performances. Shoot, when I was at when I was at the when I was playing my most, I was probably between 10 to 15 groups between playing with. There was a girl named Destiny Reed. She was a local singer and composer, and I played with her for a while in that bluegrass, and then doing the mariachi, and then doing the helping out the choir, doing my chamber, doing the college orchestra, doing Grand Junction Symphony Orchestra. I was over in Delta Montrose doing the Valley Symphony Orchestra. I was helping their youth orchestra, the Valley Youth Orchestra.
Wow.
I was teaching a class up in Paonia, doing an elementary violin class, and then doing my own personal compositions and shows. I've done a lot for a lot of people, and I've played for a lot of people in this valley.
Wow.
So people at least know they recognize my face.
Nice.
If they're in the music scene,
Yeah.
people I feel like they recognize me because I've done a lot of stuff.
You've been around.
Yeah. I've been involved with a lot of people, even from Clark Galt with the Swing City Express. I think he does a swing. He has a big band. That's fun. I like jazz. I did jazz. A lot of jazz groups.
Dude, that's awesome.
Mind of Three. Nick Carosa. Shout out to Nick Carosa. He's doing his master's degree in University of Alabama.
Hell yeah.
And where they say Roll Tide and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's doing his master's for oboe performance.
Cool.
I did a lot with him. Mind of Three was our trio with Sophia Benham. She's there in Peach Street Revival.
Yeah.
And so just over these, that was like 2016 is when I picked up. I kind of, after I got out of high school, took kind of a year off from a lot of different things, and then got back into things once I got back into college, doing college stuff, and then hip hop has just always been a passion. It's just from getting into it in the high school, and I just love bass and beats, and being able to nod your head to something that really hits. So naturally, being a composer, I just wanted to start getting into that myself. I got the program I use is Ableton. I've only done the only performing with my hip hop I did was when I did the trio with Nick and Sophia, Mind of Three, and then every now and again I do some hip hop songs with them. Nice. And that was really cool. I like performing with the keyboards and a live drum set and a beat. It's a different level of performance for hip hop.
Yeah.
And that's I'm going to be doing that again. But so hip hop is just something, again, I do that for it's fun, and I love to do it, and I love to spread. It's a platform to be able to have a message and to be able to speak poetry and different things like that. So versus I did a lot of instrumental music through orchestra and non-spoken music, and then being able to do hip hop and being able to really put a message within that. Because you can do a message with your music, through the sounds and whatnot, but to be able to just like put a message straightforward in your face, in
words.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just be very clear, very blunt, very precise sometimes. That's something that I very much enjoy about that.
Cool, man. You're telling me about when you have some ideas about getting back into doing live music again, live hip hop, and you were kind of. Will you share with us what you were describing with me about how you would like to present that?
Well, it started with the thought and idea of a performance and what a performance is, and the way I look at a performance, and pretty much, what a performance is. It's a gathering of people, and there's a focus, and then through rhythm and through vibration, that people are connected. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all these different things, you know, they're connected. And then through that, then you can push that in a direction. You can push that in a direction, whichever direction you want to push that energy and that focus. And so being able to have that, and if you look at that in a sense of people coming together, rhythm, energy, focus, to me, it sounds a lot like a ceremony. So a performance really is a ceremony. There's a leader of that ceremony, which in this case are the musicians, and the musicians lead the people who are the participants, and then they achieve whatever they're trying to achieve within that ceremony. Navajo ceremonies are based on healing. They're all based on healing, and there's always a patient, whether that patient is an actual human being, or if it's an area, or if it's actual the whole entire planet Earth. And you know, there's always a patient within that ceremony, and there's a lot of healing within the human race in general that needs to happen, and it needs to happen on large amounts. And what better way than having those large ceremonies, which are music performances, any performance of art, and being able to shift that energy in a positive direction.